just gonna have some fun and shoot farther. And you get to watch it live because I have not shot really that far lately. What do I want? Let's go bear. Bear at 33.5. And this is like, one, I'm practicing my far shots, but also like as I'm shooting, I'm going through the steps of, okay, am I standing right? Do I have my grip right? Am I anchoring right? You know, all the things. And I'll film these on the GoPro and just add them in so you guys can see. Okay, bear, 33.5. Right in the leg. Classic. This is why we practice, okay? All right, I'll do the bear again. Nice. Okay. I'll do a lighted knock this time so you guys can see. Let's do, what do we want to do? I'm thinking antelope at 36.7. I say far shots, but I'd have to like really back up to shoot. Maybe I will. I'll do it at the end. 36.7, so 38. Or 37, I mean. 5, 6, 7, okay. Speed goat. 37. Smoked. All right, low on the bear. Hopefully I can get these out. Stand by. Okay, not too bad. Need to work on not dropping my arm. Antelope. Pretty good. Low lungs. Money. For the record, I was not aiming for the ring. I'm just aiming for a kill shot. One thing I want to mention as I'm sitting here, I noticed it, and that is when you're shooting, all of our sights have a bubble level in there. Doop, doop, doop. 110% pay attention to that before you shoot, especially if it's any kind of distance, because if you are any kind of way, and that essentially is like telling you that you're torquing it. So if your bubble is not level, no matter if you're shooting uphill, downhill, you know, around a tree, whatever, that needs to be level, or your arrow is not going to hit where your pin is. It's going to kick left or right. So you might get close, but I've noticed, especially on like steep shots or whatever at tack, that if I don't look at my bubble on the mountainside, you feel like you're straight. You're standing there like, okay, I'm level, and then you look at your bubble and it's like as far over as it can go, and you're like, oh, that's weird. So you really have to turn. Typically it's like you turn into the hill. So that is something to pay attention to. All right, dark. I'm just gonna shoot at the big round target in case I miss. This is why I recommend going to a pro shop to like actually shoot a bunch of stuff, unless you have a big yard. Okay, so 60, see if it's me or the sight. It's probably me. Here we go. Money! So it was me. Okay. Money, 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 money. I don't know how well you'll be able to see these because they don't light up, but we're just gonna shoot them all and then call it a night. Pulled a little bit. All right, last one. Nice. All right, I won't lie. I'm definitely low. So obviously the lighted knock was my first shot, and then the rest I just aimed for the lighted knock. So I'm definitely low, which is fine. I'll just work on it. So the last thing that I want to leave you guys with is, if you are whitetail hunting, I don't necessarily recommend shooting at a whitetail past 40 yards. No matter your draw weight, no matter your poundage. Sure, if you're shooting heavier weight and you practice like every day and you're shooting at, I don't know, 100 yards at home, yeah, you could probably shoot one 60 or so. But whitetails have crazy reflexes, so they'll duck or do crazy stuff before your arrow even gets halfway to them. And if you have a lighter draw and not a fast arrow, your chances of making a mistake are a lot higher. And it might not even be your fault. You might be doing everything correctly and the deer just drops or whatever. So my recommendation is whatever yardage you feel comfortable at, which I would recommend around 40 yards. I would practice farther, so that way 40 yards and in feels close in a real life situation. Because we get out here shooting targets or whatever, and then we kind of get this like sense of like, oh, that's about 60 yards. Okay, I understand what 60 yards is now. Or, oh, okay, that one's at 30. I know what 30 is. And then you get out in real life and you're like, oh, that looks about 30, and then you range it and it's actually 45 or whatever. I've definitely had a lot of scenarios where I felt like, oh, I can judge that, and then like it's just not quite the same feeling because you're used to like your normal consistent range that is the same every time. But when we're hunting, it's not the same every time. So what I like to do is practice to at minimum at least 60 yards, farther typically because I have the space to do it. So if you can, go farther. But once I'm shooting really well and consistent, then I'll back up to 100 yards if I can. And then that way in a hunting situation, they're at 40 yards and my confidence is way up because I'm like, oh, 40 yards is a piece of cake. I've been shooting at 60 to 80 to 100 all summer. But yeah, this was not as fun of a video, I know. The last couple probably haven't been, but when you're trying to be serious about it, you kind of have to be serious at times. But I will say the last video, which is coming up next in this series, is going to be the most fun, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too, because we're gonna do a lot of really cool technical shots, and I'm gonna show you I'm gonna get in a tree, I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff. So that one I hope you look forward to, and get shooting. Go shoot your bow and practice so you feel confident going into this fall, and then we can go kind of have some fun and mess around, but also be serious and be shooting well. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys then.